What up, everybody? It's just Bling, back with Camp Diamond and Friends Things. About to spit to you, about to introduce all my friends till the end. We got Captain Vito in the house. We got J-No in the cut.
Hey, yo, what up, though?
And we got my special guest tonight, my homie Little Tommy, that I've known for a long ass time.
Yo.
Fucking.
It's weird calling him Little Tommy, though.
Yeah, so like
we all grown now. What the hell?
Right? Yeah, we've been calling him Little Tommy since he was about 16.
Even when I first met
Shit,
you,
I
it was
think-
Little Tommy, but
I'm
now
pretty
I'm
sure
like,
Tommy was younger than 16 when I met him and started hanging out with him.
now you got facial hair.
I was like,
I was like
13 when I
Yeah,
met you.
yeah. Mama's talking about, you're a grown ass man. Why you want to hang out with my teenagers?
And
Yeah.
the amount of people I saw her do that too. When I was like 14, 15, all my friends were like 20.
Yeah.
Like you were
Same.
not the first. You'd just be like, so why are you hanging out with my 15-year-old son so much?
I was like, I love him, dude. I love him, man.
Not
Well, it's like, for one, you're real mature, and two, like, your brother was older than you.
Yeah, and she got that real quick. It's like all my first friends were his friends. Like,
Yeah, when I lived in Carolina, when I was like 16, I knew two girls, and they were like 18, 19. And they introduced me to all their friends, and my friend base grew off that, so all my friends were like 21, 22 when I was 17, 16. It's just crazy. So fucking, how did we meet, Tommy? I don't even remember, for real. Probably through my baby mama Megs,
Yeah.
coming to knowing your brother, and
yeah, because I've known her since I was 7, 8 years old.
right. So I guess
Yeah.
when I came around, fucking
Nah, I knew the real nigga. So, man, when I saw that baby girl, man, I knew. I
right.
was like, yeah.
I don't even remember how we met, man. I know. Well, I'm pretty sure now. We don't talk about that stuff. But it was pretty much just the Juggalo world.
Right.
Of course, we both, I was originally, grew up in Windsor, but when I came to Suffolk, I started meeting all the Juggalos and stuff like that.
Pretty
I
tough
mean-
group and stuff.
I mean, back in the day, we repped it pretty hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely something we repped pretty hard.
See, I feel like I pre started that and then moved to North Carolina,
Yeah.
like right before the end of middle school and high school. And then, like, my cousin Kyle and everybody I talked to with down here was like, high school parties, and now everything's getting crazy, and like, the hundreds of people I knew from down here were gone, and I like started over in this country ass school in in Greensboro with a bunch of farmers and stuff.
Hmm.
So I had to
Yeah.
like.
Can't take the Suffolk out of you. You're
Yeah.
already that far in.
And it's like, starting over in like 9th or 10th grade, a new social circle, I was like, fuck this, all my friends are like
Yeah.
20, I'll just hang out with them. And I was, like, they would come pick me up from high school and shit
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah, that was the downside of having all the older friends. I'd get about an hour and a half into school and I'd be like, somebody's awake.
Yeah,
And
somebody
I
will
just
come
start
straight.
hitting somebody up, hey, 11:55.
What, like via phone?
Yeah, I mean,
Or in school personally?
if somebody was leaving,
Right,
like,
yeah.
because that's always the first step.
My
You know-
senior
you know
year,
who's
I had
gonna
this
leave
one
before the
homie
end
that
of the day.
he had half days and he left at lunch.
Yeah.
And I would just leave lunch with him and we would roll out. Because I think my last period I had yearbook and my teacher was cool. Like, I would see her in the day and be like, hey, I'm here, right? And she'd be like, yeah, I see you're here. And then at once I'd roll out and she would mark me present because she saw me. And I would just be gone for half the day.
Yeah, it got so bad with one of our homies, like, leaving at lunch. Me and a couple, Larry Levi, out there.
Larry!
Q would be out there in a tracksuit. The principal, Mr. Qualbon, would be
Oh,
out there in a
wow.
tracksuit at
Q.
lunch. Just going from one entrance of the parking lot to the other in his tracksuit, making eye contact with everybody leaving out the parking lot, because he knew everybody.
That's funny as shit.
And, like, he literally, like, the next day, he hit Larry up one time, put him in the office. As soon as he got there, he's like, so, what happened yesterday?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, dude, we looked at each other and you went,
I had a couple run-ins with him in Kingsport Middle School. Which I won't even mention my shit, but I will mention my cousin Kyle's shit, because it's funnier. It's way funnier. This motherfucker used to steal a chicken sandwich every day for like 2 years. And then he got all ballsy, and he started stealing like 6 chicken sandwiches a day in his hoodie sleeves. So he's like he's real wiry and skinny, and he comes out looking like, Sylvester Stallone with his hoodie sleeves. And he'd be like, and he would walk up to the table and open his hoodie sleeve and dump like mad chicken sandwiches for everybody. Or he would resell them, but mostly he would just give them to me. And I remember that was the hustle, man. I would just get a couple chicken sandwiches off of him like every day. But I remember at one point, I'm chilling, sitting at the lunch table when I see Mr. Quattlebaum come and scoop Kyle up. And he's walking Kyle out by the, got him by the shoulder, and Kyle's fucking arms and kangaroo hoodie pocket are just like stuffed with chicken sandwiches. And I'm like, yo, what the hell?
I went for turkey.
That dude was trapping teenagers in their stupid high school activities for like a solid 30 years, man. Like,
I was about to say, if you encountered him in high school, and
I'm
a couple years older than you, that was when I was in like 7th grade.
He followed your age group up.
So that was probably
because
3 or 4 years after I encountered him. He was a cool guy though. His wife worked there too, and I think I had her as a teacher, and she was real nice.
She was an art teacher in middle school.
Yeah, she was real cool. Vito, how did we meet, man?
Honestly, I think I'm pretty sure I met Jay way back in the day when I came back from overseas at a party deep out in Super Windsor at Cammy's.
Well, we both had the mutual friend of David, and David knew you, and
that's what
we used to always party out there when we were teenagers, and you ended up coming out with another friend of yours that was friends with. So it was the other Chris and David were friends, and then you met David through him, and then
most of my people were all friends of friends, and then those friends led on to different friends, and they're all friends of friends of friends of friends.
That's how you meet the best people.
I've almost never just been online or walked up to someone and been like, "Hi, how are you?"
Yeah, it's tough.
Other than one person I met through when I worked at the mini golf. That like became a really good friend, and his whole family became my friend. Like to this day, super tight. That's Josh. You remember Josh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm tight with this whole family still today. Like,
I mean, that's kind of how I am with all 3 of y'all. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure I met you through chilling with Jay, and I know for a fact I met you through chilling with Jay. You came over.
Murphy's Mill.
Oh my
god!
I still remember
I met
when
Jay
you
from my cousin
there.
Kyle.
He still to this day refuses that he did it, but
did what? Hold up.
You did it.
Oh, what? You were there?
Don't mention it if you ain't trying to tell the story. What
Thank
happened?
you. Okay, so we were out on Murphy's Mill.
What did Jay do?
I don't remember this. For the record,
and somebody pulls out a taser, right? And they're
Who was it that was there? That
it sounds
had
like me,
a
though.
taser.
Yeah, I can't remember, but they
was
were
like,
showing
"Don't
it off.
give him the taser."
Yeah, they were showing it off, and I'm like, yeah,
give him the taser.
electrifying people is not cool, but it's funny. But it's not cool, right?
Right.
And they're
that sound makes me nervous.
That sound makes me nervous.
Already, I'm like,
no doubt. That scares me, man.
Well,
scares.
He's playing with it, and he gives it to Jay, and Jay's just laughing at it, and he's like, like getting
knew at that
closer.
point in time I was going to get somebody's
somebody's
ass. That's why.
and he started. I immediately looked at him, and I was like,
Hold on,
"Don't
let me stop you. Do the J No laugh again. I'm with it.
Yeah. And immediately I looked at him and I was like, "Don't tase me, bro. I'm not joking." And that immediately kind of like started me off on like a freak out session. I was like,
Yeah, because
don't tase me, bro.
You know what happens after you say
Everything in your
brain.
He felt the moment of weakness of the don't.
Tate.
He started walking towards me with it, and he had that little like front porch up to the one door, but it had a glass door in front of the other one. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm looking at him backing up, and finally I get backed up into the front door, and I'm freaking out, and he finally's like, "All right, fine," and he starts to back up. That's when I go to turn around and get into the house, and I see in the reflection him do a 180 and jab me in the back with a taser real quick, and I'm yee! And he's dying laughing, right? A couple people are, and I'm like struck with the realization, like I saw it happen the moment it hit, and it was just not fun at all.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
I feel really bad because I don't remember that one. That's only something. Because if I can tell y'all anything, one of my guiltiest pleasures in life is watching cops just to watch people get tased.
Oh yeah.
Like
They just canceled that shit.
Yeah, but
I got all the
if
reruns,
anybody
though.
wants to
Wait,
know,
they just canceled Cops?
They canceled Cops and Live PD because of all the racial protests going on. And I guess
What?
good. Fuck 'em.
That's insane.
hey, all I'm gonna say is if you got Pluto TV, baby, there's a cop channel. You can watch it all day long. I was
That's
watching
exactly
Cops
what I
earlier
was
today.
Cops will never.
Same
It's like
shit.
TV Land. They're gonna have their own station replaying
Look,
the 10 plus years that they've
Look,
already
You
recorded.
can't get rid of media assistant.
I love
Period.
watching people get tased. One of the best tased I've ever seen in my life.
Because
This
situations are
look,
fucking hilarious.
listen. This old little white lady got stopped. And he stopped her for a tail light, and he was giving her a ticket for improper equipment or something like that. Some bullshit. Yeah. And she said, "Oh, I'm not accepting that ticket." He said, "Oh, you have to, ma'am." She said, "I'm not." He said, "Well, you're gonna need to step out the car." And, she said, "For what?" He said, "You're under arrest." She said, "No, I'm not." And rolled the window up and took the fuck off. Yeah, right.
Old ass lady.
Yeah, they got maybe a quarter mile down the road, and she pulled into the parking lot, and he's behind a light sign, you know. He walks up to the window, gun drawn on this little old white woman.
Yeah.
You know she ain't got no gun.
Yeah.
And he got the gun out, and she rolls the window down. Fine, give me the ticket. I'll sign the ticket. He said, "Oh no, we passed that.
Yeah, you're
going
done.
to jail
You're
We
done.
passed that." Dude, he opened the door. She got out the car. She wanted to fight him, and then she was on her back, and she was horse kicking him.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then she rolled over, and as soon as she rolled over, he hit her with that taser. Boy, I ain't never. Oh, it was so funny, dude. It was so funny. It was
Because
good shit.
every time you see somebody get tased, they always go, "I'm gonna tase you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tase
Yeah.
you."
I mean,
And
even
at that point,
if Cops and Live PD are gone, you can always just YouTube people getting tased.
Yeah.
My
I was about
favorite
to
is the
say.
dude that gets tased and like he just eats it,
Oh,
and then they tase him
they
again,
tase him at
and
2
he
or
looks
3
right at
times.
the lady and points at her. He's like, "I'm gonna get you, bitch."
my God. Yes.
And then they come and like tackle him,
Oh,
but like he
my
didn't
God.
flinch at all, man. That shit was crazy.
But I eat electricity. What else you got?
Yeah.
I love that stuff so much. I ended up looking up like people wearing shock collars out in public and stuff.
Yeah, that's
God.
Then
good.
Yes,
then
dude, the
the
shot
tents-
collar videos
dude,
are
the
so
tense
fucking
units,
funny.
When we
yes.
looked up the tense units and people trying to drink drinks and eat cereals with tense units
Oh
on their
my God,
arm
it's so
replacements.
funny.
Oh my God.
All of that stuff is beyond hilarious. You're gonna cry laughing so hard.
There's like one girl, man.
But it's only funny
She's
to
like-
watch, though. It is never funny to
It's
be
terrible
the one
to
on the receiving
imagine.
end.
Yeah, like
think about
as an electrician, like I can,
Terrifying.
Like that-
I've been
That's what
shocked a bunch,
sucks.
and like it sucks. It's terrifying. I hate it. I hate the sound. I hate the smell.
And it hurts.
Like I will laugh my ass off 100% of the time somebody gets
Somebody
shocked
else.
around me.
Same.
But if it is me on the other end, I'm probably gonna start crying at some point. And let's be real. And what sucks about that is think about it, 100 people in a room. If any one of them's like, "Let's shock that guy," and they're all like, "Yeah," you're like, "This is happening. I don't have a chance now."
Dude, I got shocked. I was putting in a big ass fan at the top of a 12-foot ladder at this super rich lady's house one time, and I had the switch cut off. I didn't cut the circuit breaker off, which was a dumbass move on my part, because there was like 10 different construction workers of all trades working in the house. But she was also having a meeting with like her bankers and like the interior decorator at the time. So I'm up there hooking up this fan, and I got shocked so hard that I shit myself a little bit.
Oh my
on top of a
God.
12-foot
On
ladder.
top of a 12-foot ladder. Like, not a whole lot, but like, you know,
Ooh.
I had some crease going on, and it hurt, and I almost fell off the ladder. And I came down and went inside and was like, "Who hit the switch?" And like, the homeowner, my boss, the fucking interior designer, the main carpenter guy, everybody just stopped and turned around, and I was like, "Yeah, somebody just lit me up within the past like 2 minutes. Whoever hit the switch right here, thanks a whole lot." And then somebody was like, "Well, it was probably an accident." And I spazzed out on.
I'm like, yeah, no, I almost died.
And I didn't tell everybody, but like, yeah, I went outside and the other helpers were out there, like the cleanup guys, and they're like, "You alright, man?" And I was like, "Man, I just kind of shit myself a little bit." On top of this ladder, like I told everybody, I was taking a break for a minute, regardless.
I didn't mention why, but
Alright, so peep this. Here's a scenario I got. You got to book your ultimate concert.
Alright.
You got 3 acts.
they gotta go together.
No, I mean,
It's
pl-
your
to
concert.
to play the same show. They don't have to be.
Are they
have,
my want or are they something? Am I a promoter or is this a concert for me?
it's a concert for you.
Oh, shit.
You're not trying to make money. You're not trying to make the acts go hand in hand. It doesn't have to like fit one genre or festival or business model.
Live
Just
Your
like-
Dead. Living or
Yeah,
Dead?
Living or Dead.
I would say,
Hold on. No.
That changes the whole
Okay,
scenario, man.
maybe both. Maybe both.
Man, I'll go first.
All right, go for it.
It would be the original members of Korn.
Okay.
All 5 original members of Korn. It would be Jelly Roll. I love Jelly Roll's performances. He's an amazing performer. I love his music.
Okay.
Let's see here.
We got Korn. We got Jelly Roll.
You know what? Let's make it interesting. I've never gotten down on their music, but I have been to several of their concerts. Why? Because their stage performance is amazing. I would put Guar up there for sure.
Okay.
I've kind of thought about this one like low key for a hot minute,
All right.
and if it's anyone from any time, like it's gonna be Beatles, Johnny Cash, and the Beastie Boys.
Wow.
Okay.
Man,
That's a good one.
you
right
stole Johnny Cash right out from under me, bro.
That's okay.
That's what I was thinking. Live show.
Like
okay.
live show, like I could never like I like Elvis would be awesome, but Johnny Cash would like you'd laugh, you'd cry, you'd have the
You
greatest.
fall into a burning ring of fire.
Yeah,
You would
exactly.
fall directly in that.
Like-
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, and that'd be there forever in your brain.
I probably
And then
have to go-
Beatles,
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
everything you could ever want out of music, they can make.
I don't know if I would quote myself on saying that, but I appreciate.
Like,
I'm
like
close
if-
to agreeing.
if the Beatles were alive today, they would be trying every form and kind of music,
No
and
doubt, dude. They would
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
do.
No.
They would
and
definitely
they
do
can
a
make
feature
and
with
they
Migos.
can make some
There's
crazy.
no doubt about that.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You
They
flick
make
your
everything.
wrist
Like,
while there, I hate you.
Be like a Beatles Daft Punk.
that's what I'm saying.
mashup,
Like,
you
like no
know.
matter what, it'd be an amazing concert. No matter what.
I fucks with it.
So who was it? Who
I guess it's me. I'm gonna go like Prince.
Ooh, he loves him some Prince. I'll tell you that.
All right. Dark Lotus.
Oh,
That's
DL
that's
High
all encompassing.
to the power.
That's
That's
a hell
it.
of a show right there.
That's dead in the dead category.
That is.
And then it's a split, man. It's a split between Parliament Funkadelic and
Got a story for
and Spice Girls. Yep.
All right.
No need to be silent, bud.
I can respect it.
You
Yeah.
said Spice Girls?
Yeah, Spice Girls was like my.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a fucking awesome one.
So like when I Spice Girls was my first real concert when I was like 8. It
Okay.
was like the Spice World
See, that,
tour,
that makes it make sense, right?
and my
there.
grandma got tickets like 2 days before the show. Didn't tell me about it, and then that night was just like, oh yeah, you like Spice Girls? Get in the van.
You're 8. You ain't doing nothing.
Took me and my boy Willie.
NSYNC too back in the day.
Took me and my boy Willie to go see it, and it was astounding. The only show before that was Charlie Daniels when I lived in Georgia, but I was like 6 for that, so I barely remember it. But Spice Girls, I definitely super remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
So yeah, between them and Parliament Funkadelic, who I've seen 2 or 3 times already, but they're just
Yeah.
astounding.
I'd have to say, I'd have to lock it down with Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
Because
Okay.
that's an orchestra on a stage.
Yeah, all day.
Because as soon as you start thinking about all the artists that have been, that ain't around no more, I have to say The Doors.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Because, dude, I've watched just videos of him singing, and you can
Dude.
see people in the crowd, everything about them is just melting.
shaking to their core.
And
The Doors crossed my mind.
Because,
When I was
that
thinking.
show is, and, I'd have to,
It's so hard to pick 3.
it
bro.
is, dude. And, just because it's, for me and it's something I'd want to, visually experience as well as the music, dude, I'd have to say Chopin. Because,
Who's
what?
Chopin?
He's one of the greatest composers, in my opinion, that has ever lived. He plays the piano. He was extremely
man, I didn't even
autistic
think
poet
about
for,
composers.
Yeah.
and
So,
just
Oh!
the way
Mozart.
listening to his music, dude. I can't picture how a human hand is touching that many keys at once. So I would want to visually
Kind of like
See
Beethoven,
that,
how I would love to see a guy that's
Yeah.
mostly deaf
Yeah.
compose one of the most
Yeah.
amazing things ever.
Piano,
dude,
savant.
War puts on a pretty good performance.
And
That's
see,
all I'm
and you're
saying.
thinking, because of the amount of shows you've encountered, you're thinking stage show,
Oh,
and everyone
God,
you've mentioned,
yeah,
I'm like, dude, I know their
interaction.
stage show is like legendary.
I wanted to say Elton John as well.
And
That was a great
yeah,
stage show. He had a
Dude,
whole orchestra.
yeah,
with
we
him.
got
Let's talk
See, now
about
we're
that.
getting- now we're
You
getting
have
on some
seen
crazy
Elton
stuff.
John in concert.
Yeah, bro.
Who else can really say that? Not a lot of people.
A lot
I guess
of
a lot of
not
people.
at all.
What about
No.
Queen?
Oh,
Now
wow.
I don't know
Now
anybody.
that you've gone,
You're the
what
only
about
person
Queen?
I know
I'd
that's
love
ever
to
seen
see
Elton John.
Queen
So
live.
look, while we're on the subject,
Alright.
I'm trying to get Tommy's dad on
I was
the
just about to say,
podcast.
dude, my dad has seen all these
Oh.
people.
This
a
cat
dozen
has
times,
seen
man.
so many
Like-
classic, legendary acts in his time, and he just casually is like, yeah, I saw, Crosby,
he
Stills,
was-
and Nash back in '82. It was a good time. And, like, he just talks about it so nonchalantly, and it's so many experiences he's had that just blow my wig back.
He's the one time he
You ready
saw
for this?
So
Elton
look
John,
forward to
he
having
was
him on
wearing,
the
like,
podcast
he
soon.
was like, he said it was like peacock
You ready for this?
feathers.
Joe don't know. Concert.
And he just came out and
I think I've been to,
played,
like,
played his
one.
concert,
Two.
just
Hold up.
rocking it with a hat.
Also, be
And
on the
just-
lookout for Toad Don't Know concerts. Apparently, he said he's been to, like, one.
Well, the one
It's like I never went to
Yeah, I didn't start
like,
going to
and
concerts.
the only
until,
and the
like,
only thing I
late.
can say I've been to a concert with is because when I lived in Cuba, they just brought in stuff for like military and everybody like that.
And it was,
So like
yeah.
Jimmy Buffett and like Hootie and the Blowfish came. I didn't go to see him. Like I was like 9 and 10. And I'm
Go
like,
see Hootie?
my parents were like,
I'm
"Oh
not
my God,
Hootie.
it's Jimmy Buffett!" Like, and I'm just like, I'm gonna stay home and play Zelda.
So when I was a teenager,
Like,
when I was
cool.
when I was a teenager, my dad and his wife were like parrot heads, big Jimmy Buffett fans or whatever. And I super like despised it at the time, but now that I'm getting older and I hear Jimmy Buffett, I'm like, I feel like I'd like to party with Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, I could groove to this. This guy
Yeah,
knows
if I
what's
had
going
to
on.
like, if my beach vacation was centered around a cheeseburger in paradise, it wouldn't be but so bad. Like, it's not gonna be that bad.
Look, I learned living overseas, now that I'm like old enough, that dude has it made. He's an old guy that was like, I like music, I like getting drunk, and I like women. How can I make money off of
beach.
that?
Yeah, right on the
He's
beach.
like, you know what? I'm just gonna go out on the beach and play my guitar.
He's like a stereotypical country singer, but with beach bum music. Like,
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could have cashed in on that
remove
gimmick.
cowboy hat, add Tommy Bahama shirt.
Drink with pineapples
Go.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, got my
Good to
chest
go.
hair out
Bro,
of my
he-
Hawaiian shirt a little
He
bit.
has
No
an
shoes
amazing
on.
boat plane that he just flies all over the place.
Doesn't
I
he
have a picture of me standing when I'm like 9 or 10 with the boat plane in the water behind me,
So
and
you're
I'm
telling
like,
me
"Yo."
Jimmy Buffett just travels from body of water to
Jim-
body of water, living
He's
in his plane?
Yeah, he's
and
living
getting
that Grand
off
Theft Auto
finding
life.
coconuts and making what are they called? The hanging
Hammocks.
and
Seaweed hammocks.
cracking
Doesn't
cracking
he-
open coconuts and laying on hammocks.
Doesn't
I
he have
love
like
it.
his own island resort called Margaritaville? It's like you can go there and he hangs out there like half the year and shit.
Sounds
Most
like-
likely.
Man.
Sounds like Truth Facts.
So,
Sounds like
so
an
you've seen
episode.
Jimmy Buffett's boat plane. So peep this. I seen Jimmy Dean's yacht when
Oh
I
no,
was
you mean the meat guy?
yeah, the sausage guy when I was like 8.
You saw the sausage yacht.
Yeah, me and my grandma were hanging out at
How
the
many pigs it took by that,
at the restaurant down in Portsmouth when I was younger. And she used to take me to all these places that we could never get into, but she would get us in there because she was just an old lady,
Exclusive.
and she'd be like, "Yeah, we getting in here." And like we're just out on this pier restaurant for these rich people, and she's just in there like, "Y'all about to serve? Oh, I'm about to smoke in here. Y'all about to serve me and my 8-year-old kid." And we're out walking on the pier, and there's like, it's like the big sausage or some shit. Jimmy Dean on the side of this on this
Yeah,
yacht.
I imagine it with the paint job of the roll of sausage.
It was like the logo or
Like,
something, yeah. And him and his wife are out there like just chilling on the pier, and my grandma's like, "What up? Like your sausage?" And yeah, like they let us come on and kick this with us.
just hang out on the yacht.
Dude, my grandma was nuts. While we're at it, I got another story that ties in with it. You know the show Survivor, right?
I love Survivor.
All right,
I mean, you-
season 1, right? You know how the main dude that won was from here or whatever, something like that. So at Jillian's at Waterside, they had an event where they had the final episode aired live, and he wasn't allowed to tell his people whether he won or not. So all of his whole family was at Jillian's for this big event, and me and my grandma were at Waterside and found out about it. So tell me what.
Just happened to be at Waterside.
Yeah, she used to take me all around Norfolk, just
Okay.
walking around, riding the ferry, all kinds of shit, man. It was my road dog. Like, she taught me so much shit, it's ridiculous. So anyway, she proceeds to take me into Jillian's. We play some video games, hang out. I think she got a drink. We go up for the Survivor Series finale, and in the very front of the whole like club room, they've got like a red rope with like couches for his whole family, like 20, 40 of them on these couches in the front for the show to premiere in this big screen in front. My grandma like goes past.
Just walks around the room.
Me and her sit down with dude's family, past the red rope, and are just watching the show with dude's family in the middle of them.
What?
And I'm like, yo, grandma, what the fuck? She's like, just roll with it, shut up. I'm like, all right. So then, yeah, eventually security comes and they're like, yeah, who are you? And my grandma's like, cousins or something. And they're like, yeah, what cousins? And she's like, cousins. What y'all about to do? I'm like 60 and my, grandson is like 8 or whatever it was, 10 or something. And yeah, they kicked us out. They kicked us right on out. But yeah, like 30 minutes after that, dude won. Survivor.
Y'all just posted.
$1 million. Yeah, we were just straight.
So she
posted
saw
up.
a couch.
I'm pretty
Ignored the rope.
sure that he
Like,
knew that
bam.
he won.
Yeah, he just
and
wasn't
was
allowed
like-
to
and
tell
was like-
anyone.
I'm gonna go ahead and pay you to hashtag rope this shit off. Like, because I mean, I
Well,
don't know if it won or not. I'm just gonna
He
make
wasn't
something.
there, but like his whole family was there.
Okay.
It was weird. Like his immediate ass family. It was crazy. I don't know. My grandma was wild. Fucking
Sounds like a love woman. Grandma was a strong ass woman.
My grandma was a strong woman. Peep game for Vito's hot single. My mama was a strong ass woman coming out soon to all digital platforms. Fucking y'all seen any good movies recently? I've seen a couple I wanted to talk about because they were ridiculous.
Yeah, actually, I saw part 4 of the Undertaker documentary. It came on last night after Backlash.
The Last Ride shit.
Holy shit! It is like, if you're a wrestling fan, you love Undertaker. You love what he's done for the company, for the business, for wrestling, and it gets you in your feelings, man. It really does. It gets you in your feelings.
I don't want to see sad Undertaker, man. I haven't seen the first episode, but I want to, but I know what I'm in for, and I don't want to.
He ain't sad for the first, 2.
Yeah, I can watch the first 10 happy minutes of each episode
I can only watch the happy minutes.
before they get to Act 2 and it gets all fucking tragic and shit.
But no, on a real talk though, The Wrong Missy. It's on Netflix.
You already talked about it.
Yeah,
You talked about it on episode 1,
I'm telling you right now.
and then one day I watched it drunk and I thought it was alright.
Wow.
Hyped it up, and now you're trying to hype it up again. It wasn't
Start a
that good.
mosh pit.
Yeah,
All right,
start a fucking
Bebop.
mosh pit. It wasn't that good. It was the wrong movie, is what it should be called.
Whatever. That was great.
It was funny, man. When you done seen everything and you ain't got no serotonin and you laugh at very little shit.
Look, I haven't
It
really
was alright.
watched any movies lately,
No, sir.
Right.
but like I've been watching this show called Preacher. It's a good one. Pretty insane. And let's just say Humperdinck or Humperdinck, I think. No, it is Humperdinck, I think.
Engelbert
Yeah,
Humperdinck.
it's crazy. If anybody's watched it, they know what I'm talking about. But other than that, there is one movie I can shout out that's still relatively new. It's called Guns Akimbo. It's got Daniel Radcliffe. in it.
Yeah, Harry
He's-
Potter
yeah,
guns
Harry
in
Potter.
his hands.
So essentially, in the future, people have
I got
decided to make a kind of YouTube underground of let's get 2 people and put them in a death match and be like, let's bet on it.
Fighting
And-
against the death. You just
And
got
one
my attention.
person's like really racking up the points, and they just randomly choose this one guy that's a super troll, Daniel Radcliffe, and he starts trolling the wrong person, and they're like, okay, you're blah 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 at this address. He's like, oh no, I'm
Shit.
not. And they're like, oh yeah, you forgot to block your MAC address or something, you dumbass. He's like, oh shit, freaks out, realizes it, and then he wakes up, and they plaster guns to his hand, and he's got to like survive the next 24 hours type thing,
Nice.
or kill her, or whoever it is that's going after
So
him.
it's
It's
just
an
him
amazing
running
movie.
around shooting, trying to stay alive.
Yeah, and all these people that are like low key watching, they're like, oh, it's him, yo.
It sounds pretty hype.
And it's such a good,
Edward
dude.
Gunham.
It's filmed so good. It's an awesome watch, man. Straight up,
What was that movie that was all in like first person that was real action?
hardcore Henry.
Hardcore Henry. I always wanted to watch that with like some VR goggles.
That was a good movie, but I went and saw it in theaters, and it almost makes you sick because of like
inertia,
motion sickness.
Yeah.
Like the whole, because it's literally like somebody just has a GoPro on their chest and they're hardcore parkouring the entire movie.
Yeah, I'm not a real big fan of like found footage horror movies for that same reason.
But I will say this: it's got one of the weirdest, and I mean weirdest plots, including like I think multiple clones and shit like that, and like constantly jumping from like one perspective to the next perspective, and
dream type shit.
That's cool.
like all live action like doesn't stop at all.
I still want to peep that out.
It's still a good watch, but it's bring a glass of water.
I was thinking about watching
Bring
the
the
VR
glass
goggles.
of water.
Best
watch-
movie review ever.
I want to watch
Bring
it
a
with
glass
VR
of water.
goggles. What? I want to watch it in first person with VR goggles.
How was that movie? Bring a glass
If
of water.
you could do that, that'd be.
It's funny because when he said it, I was thinking of like the rides, like the one they used to have at Busch Gardens, where it's
Yeah.
like the seat moves
I
and
got the
shit.
jank up there.
Yeah.
The Oculus.
And then you said that, and he said the theater. I was like, man, y'all right about there.
Alright, so peep this. Have any of y'all seen the new Chucky reboot?
No.
No, but
I
The new
have-
Child's Play.
I have chosen not to.
Chose not
Man.
to also.
I have, because I seen the way they did Chucky, and I don't like the way
Bro.
it looks.
So, alright, so I gave this shit a chance
For
the
the
other
first
night.
bit.
Let me tell you, I don't know where. I'm torn, man. Alright, so here's the deal.
I've heard it's so realistic as that could potentially happen.
So there's pros and cons. Like, the main cons for me was like, there's no voodoo, there's no Charles Lee Ray. It's like,
Which is stupid because that's the whole
So
storyline.
how? Yeah. So how?
so the
for real.
the Chuckies are like super smart robots, like the new Furbies, and they got an app, and they can run your fucking
No.
house and shit.
So they gutted the entire backstory.
Yeah, they changed
Right,
the entire story.
Right, which pissed me off. But
yeah, I ain't about that.
it's like a programmer that gets fired, and he takes all the safety measures out of the programming of one of them or some shit. Before he
So they
kills himself.
rebooted it, to make it relevant, but in the
Right.
process, they just gutted the backstory.
Right, no Charles Lee Ray, no serial killer.
no.
It's about a fucking robot
No
that doesn't know
serial
right from
killer.
wrong.
Thumbs down.
Like, yeah, like it starts out, and Chucky's like, the kid's like, I hate this cat or something, and he leaves, and he comes back, and Chucky's like choking the cat out. And he's like, he was fucking with our good time type shit. But like, alright, so the mom is that chick Aubrey Plaza or something.
Yeah,
So
I
she-
fucks with her.
She's super fun, and she's a super good actress, and she like saved it. Like, that part is awesome. But the whole movie is crazy. But I didn't like that they gutted the backstory. But the kills are awesome. It's good quality film.
Of course.
She's a good actress, and it's kind of funny.
The whole reason they reboot those older ones is so that they can add the effects, like what they might lack in like trying to reboot the story of it.
Right.
They record it much nicer because it's a lot of them 30 years old by now.
It's like what they lacked in like the core of it, they made up for in presentation.
And yeah, production. Like,
And it was alright, man. I give it a 6.
no serial
A
killer.
6.
No serial killer. I'm giving
Maybe
it a,
7, maybe 7 or 8.
I haven't seen it.
I was
I
gonna
can't
say,
rate
if you're
it.
saying a 6,
You gotta
I'm not watching.
No, yeah,
Fuck that shit.
it's worth watching. It's
Okay.
worth watching for sure.
Just don't expect
Well,
Chucky
let me-
that we
It
know.
goes
and
back
love.
Yeah.
to just like
It's
I'm
Furby
pretty
Chucky.
sure I talked on it, last episode or whatever I was on that just like the Joker, I didn't know how to feel about it, and Vito kept telling me, give it a chance, give it a chance, give it a chance. And
I was
like,
also straight up telling you it is not an action. It is not what you think. It is a drama, and that's what you have to tell everybody about it.
yeah.
So
Really,
It was a really good movie. I definitely gave it a chance, went and saw it in theaters, and I really, really enjoyed it.
drama thriller.
here's the only problem with me and judging movies. I've seen so many movies,
Yeah.
and I love movies in general. That
A lot of
I'm
shitty
gonna
ones.
love a lot of movies.
Mad shitty movies out there.
Shitty
But
movies.
that also being said, I also can, to an extent, tell you what's going to happen in most movies.
Oh,
Now, if
yeah.
I can do
Yeah.
that,
yeah,
then
cinematic
immediately
quality
I'm going to
is-
be like, all right, movie's already like dropping 2 points immediately.
You ever go to peep a movie out and you're like, I watched the trailer, and then you watch the trailer and you're like, well, I've seen the whole movie now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Never
I
mind.
can tell you one specific one. I was in the theater and it was some sort of a Queen Latifah movie where she thinks she's got cancer. She finds out she's got cancer.
Weak Latina cancer.
So she goes and she gets, all this money from the bank and loans and all this money and shit. She goes and just does everything. And like immediately I'm just sitting in there and I'm thinking, that looks like not too bad of a movie. And the guy behind me's like, I guarantee you, the whole movie is she gets the money, she has fun, then she finds out she doesn't have cancer.
Then she's
And I'm
in
thinking,
debt.
dude, he probably knows. Yeah, that's probably exactly what happens. And I'm
Yeah.
like, now I don't want to go see the movie.
So I do got to shout out one. I don't know how new it is, but I just watched it recently for the first time. Bear with me because the name is terrible. It's very similar to my stripper name. It's Midnight Meat Train.
Okay.
Wow.
Swear to
Midnight
God.
Meat Train.
Swear to
Here we
God. Real movie.
I
Looking
didn't
for.
know we were naming them. I mean, I did.
The
see,
girls never
I
came.
did see BBW Splash number 7 last week. I did watch that.
Chicks never
All right.
came, man.
So, looking for scary movies, right?
All right.
My girl actually ended up picking it. It's got Bradley Cooper as the main character.
Lit.
All right, he's probably got about 20 minutes worth of screen time. The story is about this butcher assassin who is just killing people on a train.
Just right up your alley then.
And yeah, no, 100%. She couldn't watch it. I watched it 3 times.
He was like, this is
I
my life
watched
now.
it.
Literally
times.
some of
I
the
love this
best
shit.
kill scenes I have ever seen in a movie. Like,
Is he precise with his dissection type shit? Like,
oh, he got a
special cuts of
hammer,
meat?
and he got, oh yeah, and it gets, there's several twists. It's not just, oh, butcher kills a person on the train and then goes back to work. But it's a fucking gnarly movie, dude. And like, yeah, we got to the first kill, and she was like done, and I was like, I'm in it. What's good? Like, cause I was waiting for Bradley Cooper to die at that
Right.
point. Like,
At that point, like,
Bradley
Yeah,
Cooper, are you about
but
to die?
yeah. that shit's fire.
Hell yeah. Alright, I got a question for everybody. It's, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? Everybody just took a deep breath in unison.
alright, I'm gonna have to say 1 horse-sized
Like,
duck.
hand to hand.
I was just about to say with my hands.
Hand to hand naked.
Well, it wouldn't be hand to hand, would it be? It'd be
Web foot to hand.
Or
Okay,
hoof
yeah.
to hand,
Or
depending on
Or,
which you're
or
fighting.
beat to fucking head. You
Yeah.
know, like, bing.
100 mini hoof to hand.
Yeah, no, see, that's why, because have y'all ever had a dog step on your foot?
Yeah.
Imagine a fucking a horse hoof.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. You know what? I'm fighting this big ass duck.
I think I have a better chance of killing one big ass duck than I do winning against an onslaught herd
Also,
of tiny horses.
100 ain't that many.
Have you ever
100
been
is
bit
a
by
lot, but the
horse?
one me.
You ever been bit by a horse?
It's like at that size, it's still a snapping
it's
turtle
gonna
bite.
fucking hurt.
Like
You
yeah,
damn right. If they all
No.
start biting you,
Not 100 horses all day. 100
You
duck-sized horses.
I'm going 100 horses. I'm
I'm
stomping.
gonna tell you
Really?
right now. All right.
I'm stomping.
he
Let's-
said
let's-
naked.
That's fine. Let me
No
be, let me be
combat
right now.
moves.
Let me be right now with you. A horse, all right? Just a horse. Imagine yourself going up against a horse. No, you're not winning. I don't care. I don't give a shit. No, fuck you.
Horse.
You're
Horse.
stupid. You're not winning against a horse.
I'm not winning
Let's be
against
real.
100 ducks.
Now, 100 ducks.
I guess really
I'm
the
gonna tell
question.
you right now. I can guarantee you, I can take out a lot more ducks. Knowing for a fact I can take out ducks. Period.
Then 1 foot horses.
Let's
Then
go
one
like this
then one
then.
horse
Let's go like
immediately
this.
puts me more towards that
Let's
side.
go like
Now
this.
change it and put them as
would you
horses.
rather fight 100 mini pigs, or would you rather fight an ostrich?
An ostrich?
What the hell? You just said you'd rather fight all the horses, though.
Is
Okay,
it, is
now
it still
let me
barefoot and
let me
naked?
break down the difference.
Barefoot and
horse-
naked.
Is it still?
The
Is it
first
still?
one was barefoot and neck.
Yeah,
Oh
it's still-
shit,
still
man!
naked.
Changes it up a little bit,
Naked
right?
I'm running.
Naked,
Fuck
no
this
weapons.
shit. I'm running away.
Dude, an ostrich, I could grab its neck.
That's exactly-
It's good. It's
double
gonna
karate
fuck
chop.
me up pretty bad.
An
But I'm
ostrich
gonna
is the
grab
size
its
of a
neck
horse.
and like alligator roll 6 times, and guess what?
Mm.
By the 6th time, it's gonna be like.
That's if you can get a hold of it, man. That thing will peck you like somebody decking you in your shit.
Let me. Have
You
you ever
get
watched
close, it'll be
Wild
like,
Boys?
"Pet."
Have you ever watched Wild Boys? Steve-O and Chris Pontius ride ostriches.
Yeah.
So I don't know
They got-
about you fighting one.
They got the feet
My
that'll
point is-
fuck you
is-
up too.
They will,
Exactly,
yeah, they
I
will
know, and
fuck
that's what I'm
you
saying.
up.
If I can get its neck, if it's close enough to get me with its feet, I'm either getting its neck or its feet, and if I have to, I'm biting. My size is gonna break its leg. All right. If I can get its neck, I guarantee you, if I can get its neck, I can gator roll and rip.
I wanna fight an ostrich with a machete.
With a machete.
No matter what, if it's the size of a duck, my size alone gives me the advantage.
regular sized ostrich.
No, I'm just saying. No matter what I'm going against, if it is the size of an ostrich, I have, or if it's the size of a duck or something small like that, I have an advantage. If it is bigger than me, I do not have an advantage.
You know how big a horse-sized duck is? It's as big as a horse.
My point being, I don't have an advantage
A
against that.
horse-sized duck is an ostrich.
Duck got teeth, man. You seen duck teeth?
No, it is not.
What are we talking about? A Clydesdale? Because a regular horse ain't that fucking. I mean, they're big, but
Okay.
they're 6 foot tall.
Okay, the
7 foot tall.
difference between a horse-sized duck and an ostrich would be an ostrich would be like a horse-sized duck with half of it cut off.
Yeah.
All right. A duck is more like an oval. All right. Think of it around like that, where it is an
Are we
ostrich.
really about to pull up pictures? Because
I'm not.
Don't look at it like that.
Yeah,
I'm
don't worry
just-
about pictures
I'm
and
not
shapes.
trying to get like hardcore into it. I'm just saying like size wise. Think of an oval versus a
Alright.
small little like fucking circular
Vito's
dot.
fighting
It's not a circular
any and
dot,
all
it's not a circular
animals.
dot.
I'm going back to the root. I'm stomping out baby horses.
Baby horses all day.
I'm field goal kicking 100 baby
that.
horses,
Yep.
running in a circle, coming back, punting them
Fuck
to
that.
the
Yep.
all day.
I'm gonna
I'm
grab
throwing
one
them at
baby
each
horse
other. Yeah,
and use
throwing
them
them
as
at
another
each
one.
other.
That big ass
Yeah.
duck.
What are you gonna do with one big ass duck?
You
I'm
gonna
gonna
box?
uppercut it
Fight
as
it?
hard as
No,
I can
you
in the
gonna
chest.
You gonna box it?
Yep,
Let me-
I'm gonna uppercut it in the chest, try to get the heart out. It's got a bird chest, even if it's the size of a
Yeah,
horse.
but let me also
They do
point
call
this
it a
out.
bird
Have you ever felt a duck's beak?
Oh, I'm
That's
fully
hard.
aware.
All right?
Yeah.
Now take a duck the size of a horse, and it's got a hammer that it might as well just hit you with a sledgehammer. When it goes one peck, bat, you're done.
I feel
So
like
in
I
this
feel like
scenario, I'm assuming these are like carnivorous tiny horses because they're biting.
they're mad.
So are
They're
we going?
attacking.
I guess
No,
I'm
if
saying.
we're going
So-
at
They're
raptor
biting or
horses,
kicking.
it's going to suck.
They're biting and or kicking.
So I'd rather take
But I
like
can
the
kill a
chance
horse.
with that duck than all those tiny horse fights and like.
I could kill one baby horse and use it, or I could kill one of the miniature horses and use it as a bat.
Yeah.
Versus hand-to-hand combat against a giant duck that has
It's a
essentially.
I mean,
Have you
don't
ever
be-
felt a living bird?
You can MMA
Even the
him.
size of a horse, they're frail, dude. You're
Have
talking
you
about
ever-
using
have
your
you ever
momentum
kicked-
against something,
let's
or your
be
weight
real.
against
So
something.
what?
Have
They
you
got
ever
the
had to
beat.
kick a rooster?
You get past the beat. You're in
past the
there.
beak, they're done.
Yeah, but
Why
have
do
you
you-
ever had to kick a rooster before or anything? That is essentially
What?
relative to a
Have you
bird.
ever had to kick a
I've
rooster?
kicked a couple geese. if
Okay,
that's
that being said, they're just
comparison.
like, I don't care. You kicked me with a shoe one. I'm still coming back. Alright?
Man.
With a shoe. Now, put that the size of a horse. I don't care. What are you going to do? Punch it 2 times harder than you can kick it?
At least.
Now
I'm
it's
telling you
gotten-
right
now it's
now,
gotten
if you
even
have
bigger.
a fucking
You gotta-
angry pack
You gotta
of
choke it.
100 horses that are the size of ducks, you're fucked, bro.
And if you think you're winning
The
against
size of
100
a-
angry ducks,
Let's really think
you're out of your
about
mind.
it.
You might have me switched up now because I'm like I could choke out like
One
a
big
horse,
creature.
Let's
one
really
big ass
think
duck.
about it,
but-
dude.
I
You're
could put
gonna
him in
take
a
on
freezer.
100 pack a pack of 100 dogs?
I
You
thought-
ever been,
I
you
thought
ever been jumped? You ever been
I thought
jumped
I
by 10
could, but
people?
I'll probably get tired.
I mean, like, you ever been attacked by 10 dogs? Could you imagine getting attacked by 100 small animals at the same time?
And if
I'm
you
not-
ever been bit
I'm
by a
not
horse, you
vulgar.
don't want to get bit by 100 small horses.
Yeah, you don't want to
Have
get
you
little
ever
horse
gotten
bit. That's
pecked
true.
by a single duck? And had
Yeah.
it
That- yeah,
Just-
this is
just-
these
that's
questions
fucking
are weird.
cakewalk.
friendly
Better than
That
feeding
is
a duck
cakewalk
some
compared
bread,
to a
just
horse
friendly-
biting you.
Just
Have you ever
friendly
kicked a
feeding
rooster?
a duck some bread still sucks.
I'll stick my finger in
Pinch
a
you.
duck's mouth and let it bite me. I ain't doing that with a horse.
I'm not switching. You know what?
I'm
you know
not
what?
switching.
I'm
We
not
need to-
switching.
we
I'm
need-
in my
We
way.
need a genetic scientist to create 100 small fucking horses and
We're
one
not
giant duck.
testing this
No, I need this to
hypothesis.
happen. I need somebody
There's
out there in
programs
the
we can
world.
get. There's like Deadliest
A
Warrior
CRISPR.
programs we can
Hey,
get.
CRISPR, hook us up. We need one big ass duck and 100 tiny ass horses.
Yeah, I mean, are you talking about like breeding them and doing this for real?
He's-
For
Yeah.
real, let's do it.
So
Let's
you're
do
gonna
this.
get butt ass naked and
So
fight.
one day I gotta
both of
fucking
these
bury
things.
you because you fucking thought that you could fight 100 fucking duck-sized horses.
Hey,
I'm not burying you because of that,
And
bro.
15 of them took you down.
Good, because you will need
And only
to.
15 of them took them down. The other 85 stood there and watched.
So here's another question: are they all rushing you at once, or do they come in
Fuck
waves?
yeah.
No, they're
yeah,
hitting you all at
they're
once.
all hitting you
Like
at
you're
once.
getting jumped
You're
by
like in a
100 small
room.
creatures.
You're in
Yeah.
a room.
I was
locked
thinking
down.
like a gladiator stadium.
Oh,
for the
no,
sake
no,
of
hell no.
empathy.
You could be in the middle of a field and they could be surrounding you, so you got to watch them come in that jazz.
All
You
them
just gotta
tiny hoof beats,
Just
barely
little
shaking the ground.
dirt piles
Yeah.
behind them. Just little poofs of clouds right behind them. As
You
they
gotta-
run towards you.
You got to Eddie
I've
Gordo
got
from
this
Tekken 3
all
that shit
day.
and just spin
Yeah,
kick,
I
spin
like
kick,
that
spin
spin
kick.
kick.
Let's
all
be
the way.
real. Gladiators back in the day used to take on 100 men their own size and win.
No.
And you know what?
With steel.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
with
I'm
left
still
hand.
man on man with steel. I'm talking man on miniature horse with no steel. I got this all day.
Man, I feel like I shouldn't even ask that question. This is
Let's
so
really
hard.
think about it.
Let's
We're
not.
thinking about a
We're
horse.
thinking too much
We're thinking
about
about
it.
a
We're thinking
horse.
too much
A
about it.
horse, a duck size. The back of the horse is here, so its head is here. You're gonna fight 100 of them.
A duck, dude. A duck is not even that big. It's the size of like a watermelon with a
A
head.
duck,
A duck.
dude.
You're thinking
your
of
size,
a goose.
You know,
Yeah, not a goose, a duck.
A duck,
Like
bro.
a one foot duck. Like
The body of a watermelon with a head.
even if a horse, even at that size, a horse that size, you want to fight. You want to
Yeah.
fight 100 of them that size.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
fucking you up. You only-
100,
Look,
bro.
look. Okay,
Let me
let
tell
me
you something.
let me point out. Number one, I'm
Real
gonna
pit
jump and
bulls-
crush at least
Real
one.
pit bulls are only
And then I'm
16
gonna get
inches
up,
tall. They will fuck
grab
you
it
up.
and swing around like a belly club or a billy club or whatever. Whack, whack, whack.
I feel like
whack.
the part you're missing here is fighting the concept of 100 of one thing at once.
yeah.
Have you ever fought 100 mosquitoes, dude?
Yeah.
They'll take your ass out.
Here's a relative question. Do you think if you had a sword, you could take down 100 zombies?
No.
But
I do.
100%.
I think I could.
Well, then
Therefore,
I'm not going
on
to the
that
zombie
same-
apocalypse
on that
with
same
you
exact
because
level,
you're gonna
I
die.
can take out 100 miniature horses.
You know
the
what?
size of
Actually,
ducks.
no. I will. So when them 100 zombies come, I'm gonna be like, you stay here. You can
Fight
kill
them
them all. I'm gonna get a head start.
Fight them off with your sword.
Yeah, I'll be
there.
I'll be right there when you're done.
in my mind, the horses are as like big as my foot.
Oh, what the fuck? That's
Like
You said
as
a
long,
duck.
as long.
A duck is like body
Yeah,
this
that's
big.
the size.
So I'm thinking a horse with a body this big is going to stand about. It's going to be about the
thinking
size
about-
of a chihuahua.
all right.
This long.
Let's
This long.
picture a chihuahua.
Jesus Christ.
Kick an imaginary chihuahua.
done.
Just stomp an imaginary. Meanwhile,
Done.
they're
All right,
all
hold on.
around you.
Now do that. 98 more times, right there.
Now look.
Right,
You
no,
ready?
do
that
that.
one.
And
That
now-
one stomp.
Don't. Ain't no breaks
Compare-
either, baby. Ain't no
compare
breaks. You
to
better
a
do it
giant
really
kick.
intense and really hard every single
But
time.
look, if his
Break
life
their
depended,
back.
if his
You
life,
gotta break their back every
You gotta
time.
break
if his
their
life
back.
or a lot of money depended on it, I bet you he could do it.
Thank you.
No.
100%.
Whilst enduring all 80 whatever.
Okay,
waiting their
on
turn.
a real note,
You
have
just
you
gotta
ever
shake 'em
gotten
off, like Taylor
injured,
Swift
broken a
said.
bone or something, your body kicks in adrenaline?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
After a
That
certain
shattered my
point-
shoulder, yeah.
After a certain point, when I am being nibbled and slowly eaten by 100 miniature horses, and I finally do get to the point where I'm like, ah, Spartan rage, Hercules, Hulkman, come kill.
That's not gonna happen.
You're
All right,
fucking up
that's
horses.
gonna happen.
You're gonna go into
I'm
shock
gonna- I'm
that
gonna-
you're getting fucked up.
I'm gonna
You're
end
not
up
gonna
like,
get adrenaline.
I'm gonna end up like just waking up and covered in horse.
Let me tell you what happened to me when I
I'm gonna
shattered.
God of
Let
War
me
that
tell you what
stuff.
happened to me when I shattered my shoulder. So I would say shattering your shoulder is about the same as getting bit by 10 fucking horse
He said
dog-sized
I'd rate it on
horses.
a,
Okay.
I'd rate it on a
Dog-sized
10
horses.
mini horse bike scale.
Yes. When I woke up from
The
being
doctor told
knocked
me.
out, I said, "Oh, I'm good." I got up. I flipped my four-wheeler over. I started my four-wheeler, and then
You go to the
I
doctor's
passed
office and
right
say,
back
"How many
out."
mini horses does it
I
feel
thought you were about
like
to say, and then many horses jumped out of the bushes.
The other night, he
That's
jumped
what it
out.
felt like when I
He
woke
got
up.
his
When I woke up, I was like, "Oh, there's many horses biting my shoulder. Oh, they're biting my shoulder.
They're as big as ducks.
They're bigger than
That's
ducks."
fucking me up. Look, in real life, I actually have a horror story of being attacked by geese. Okay,
Oh my god,
geese.
same.
When I was
Fuck
like,
Same.
Fuck 'em.
6 to 8,
Fuck 'em.
and I was at the war,
12, fuck
the war
geese.
museum out over in like Hampton Roads.
I love geese.
My parents took me there, or at least
Fuck
my
you,
mom
fuck
did,
geese.
and we got attacked by like 6 geese. And all I can remember is my mom like, "We gotta go," and I get like physically
Fuck
picked
geese,
up and
fuck
thrown into the car with the door closed. And I don't know if this is my brain putting it in there because of time and because of how intense it was. But I remember a hand hitting the window and slowly sliding down, and I just hear and like the door on the other side opening up, and my mom getting in and hair like messed up. Like, we gotta go. Like, geese attack.
Fuck geese, dude.
1999. Geese
I'd
attack.
probably
For
take some
real.
pleasure in killing one enormous.
That's
goose.
why still to this day I want to punch a goose in its stupid face. Why? Because it attacked a child for no reason.
Not a child.
Some
Me,
goose hatred
this
going
child.
on
They
here.
they
Just
attack
the child.
they attack many of children, bro. That's their prime target.
children, adults, animals.
Yeah.
Let's be real. It's attacked too many people and animals and things. Let's just punch them.
We should be punching Goose in the
I
face.
should
I
be
think
allowed to punch a goose in his
Geese.
face.
Geese take their time walking across the street and stop cars, and they can fly.
Now,
no
let's be
respect,
real.
bud.
I'm not going to punch a
that's
baby goose.
That's pretentious. As
Baby
fuck.
goose
Yeah.
has never done anything. But an adult goose, I'm going to punch it if I ever get the chance.
Kick it.
No. Punching is the right way to go. If you kick it, I feel like
Dude,
that's
all
a
that
little
neck,
bit
bro, I
like
feel like you're gonna
over-
bob and weave, you're gonna fall down. It's gonna be a bad day. Like,
So back in the 90s when I was a little kid, my cousin Kelly lived with us for a while when she was in high school. And she fed these geese outside of the house one day. And these motherfuckers would wait for her to go to get on the school bus.
came back.
And she would have to run to the school bus every day. And then when she got off the school bus every day, they'd be out there ganged up waiting on her.
Where the bread at?
Yeah, and she would have to run back to the house every day, and they would chase her back and forth every single day that whole year. Like the
I
geese.
ain't saying it, though.
Geese are savages, and I
They
don't like
are,
them. I don't have any sympathy for them at all. What's your favorite fighting game ever?
Favorite fighting game ever?
Yeah, fighting game.
Funny game.
There's too many.
Mine is Mortal Kombat fucking Armageddon. It was on,
Tough Jam, baby.
it was on the original Xbox, fucking, and it had like
Yep.
100 characters, and it had the crypt and all the
Yeah.
mini games and go kart shit. Like me and my homies in high school gladly spent over like a year or two
That was a
playing
good
that
one.
shit.
That was one before Deception, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
had everybody.
Yeah.
Mine might actually be Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Okay,
Where you had the 3v3 characters.
What
I played.
console?
Dreamcast.
I played it so much on an actual arcade.
I was
at a
just about to say
mall.
because that was a machine.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a solid
Yeah.
machine, and I played it so much. My character combo was BB Hood, Juggernaut, and Dawson. And occasionally I would switch out with Iceman.
You're a bastard.
I am. And you want to know something that's really fucked up? If you ever played the game with BB Hood,
What?
you're a complete cheat. You want to
Yeah.
know why? Because BB Hood's ultimate. Oh, okay, so BB Hood's character was a Darksider character. She was essentially the daughter of a ultimate mafia boss man. So, but she was essentially dressed up as Red Riding Hood, but she was BB Hood. So whenever she did her attacks, it'd be a flamethrower bottle, grenades, or she'd pull out a small Uzi and light it up and throw a mine on the ground. Her ultimate were all of her bodyguards behind you, like 6 of them, each with different weapons, and they would light up the entire screen.
Nice.
So, if you built up an ultimate, which was 3 of your supers pretty much, let it down, it would take all of your characters, combine their ultimates, and throw them all at the enemies at once. You can't dodge that. You can't dodge an entire screen of bullets and explosions
Hell yeah.
times by
Yoga
3.
Fire.
It was
That
almost a cheat.
sounds like the move I would do.
But I mean, hell, I played that game so much that I understood all that shit, and I got good with every other character, and be like, yo, you really want to fucking go? All right, be good.
Yeah, some games you get so
I'm a
good
cheat.
at.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You want to talk stuff? I'm a cheat. Let's do this.
Oh my man. As far as hours of like enjoyment, Street Fighter 2,
2 Super Nintendo
Super Nintendo,
Turbo.
Turbo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Only had like 16 characters, but you could literally play that game for 16 hours.
Yeah.
And just-
Fuck yeah, that's a classic.
And me and Mitch used to just, go at it for hours at a time on that game.
Yeah, that was one of the earliest games I ever played. Probably came out when I was like 4 or 5.
That's what I'm saying. It was one of those, like, I just logged time as a kid. Just,
Hell yeah.
An honorable mention would be Virtual Fighter for the original Sega.
Sega Saturn or
Yeah,
whatever?
the Sega Saturn. It was one of the very first fighting games I ever had. I played it so much that you got to a special end of the game level where you fought. It was essentially like a Terminator-looking figure. It was just a character that they didn't want to
just
program.
wireframe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so fucking hard. But my favorite character of all of them was the Drunken Master, who would grab his beard and be like, yo.
See, that game was lit at the time, but if you go back and look at it now, like
It's
all
like,
those
oh my
games
God,
really,
it's so
even
bad.
even the Xbox ones I was talking about, like straight look like shit now.
Yeah. So bad.
and they're broken as hell.
Dude, we were playing
Yeah.
Conquers. We were playing Conquers the other day. It spent 20 minutes on each of us jumping all the way up and slipping because the camera angle was fucked up.
Conquer's Bad Fur Day, like remake for Xbox One. It's like a port onto Xbox, but
Yeah, we didn't even play a remake. We played the original.
So look, I gotta tell the story because I'm thinking about it in my head. We're talking about video games.
everybody get a good laugh out of this. So me and a guy I grew up with, man, we were in his room. We were playing video games. I was staying the night at his house. What was that video game called that was on 64 that you killed dinosaurs and stuff? Turok, that's what it was. Yes. Look, we were playing it one night, and I'll never ever forget this night. We're playing it, and it's dark, and somehow my buddy was able to sneak up behind one of the dinosaurs on the game. And I'll never ever forget this. He looks over and he goes, "What God should I use?" And I looked at him and said, "Why the fuck are you whispering?" I will never ever forget that night, man.
That's hilarious, man.
That shit was great.
Oh, fuck. Alright, so before we finish this up,
I was about to say, before you do that, let me ask you this. Since we asked fighting game, what about multiplayer?
Halo 2.
Oof.
Without a doubt. I spent so much time on Halo 2 in high school with dumb.
The dawn of the online rage.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, there's a lot of honorable mentions I could mention that I've spent time on, but like hands down, overall, forever, everything, Halo 2 for sure.
like best.
I think I might actually agree with you. Halo 2 was the one I put the most time on. It was one of the best. Dude, I actually spent so much time earning money so I could buy a 16 LAN cable box where we can hook up 4 Xboxes,
Oh yeah.
which made me one of the ultimate gamers back
Dude,
in
I
the day
miss LAN
because
parties so much.
I used to go to a
bro.
teen center and we'd hook up 4 Xboxes in one room with 4 TVs, and if you knew enough people with Xboxes and controllers, that meant 16 people on a single game. Back in like 2000, that was essentially unheard of.
Yeah.
Okay, so to be able to sit in a room and shit talk 4v4v4v4, it was your own tournament. It was one of the best things ever.
Dude, I mean, I'm not trying to be that generic dude, but I mean, if we're going to talk about multiplayer games that was definitely memorable, I can't tell you how many times I played GoldenEye.
Yeah.
To the sun
GoldenEye
came out.
Perfect
Oh my
Dark
God.
for the
I've
shit.
seen
Oh my god!
fights.
And dude, I swear
Just
to
fights
God,
break out from that
yo,
game, dude.
and y'all know this shit. The motherfucking fourth player always got the controller with the wobbly.
Yeah, the
shit.
shit.
The shit
Oh,
controller,
okay,
bro.
okay. I was about to say,
Yeah.
since you mentioned that, I gotta throw out
Oh,
Smash
man.
Brothers.
Yeah,
Because like
Smash Brothers.
when pretty much the only time that you actually got to hang out in groups when I was younger, at least, was if you went to a teen center or if you really knew some friends that like were close enough together that they could leave and be like, "Yo, I'll meet you there at so and so's house," which was very rare. So that being said, if somebody had an N64 or something with that many controllers in those games, Smash Brothers, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, those were the OG come-up games.
Yeah.
That really, like, if I'm being honest, I think they brainwashed us into being ultimate gamers because they caught us with something interesting, and it programmed us with hand-eye coordination, thought process of different characters, different abilities, how to beat this dude, and then drill it into us with 1,000 games.
See, I started playing video games like as multiplayer was becoming a thing.
Yeah.
You're being a little younger, but like Diablo 2. I played
Diablo.
I played it on the PC for probably a solid 3 years. Like I had completely mastered and covered every bit of the game before I got internet.
Yeah, yeah.
So then when we got internet, and I realized there's a whole nother side to this game where you're playing with all these people and there's all these other dude. And I went in and I was like completely new to internets, but I have a level 68 character that I've been running on for like 2 years
that's
now.
That's a really good point.
Like,
we grew
and I
up in an
spent
age
hours,
where we developed individual single-player character games.
yeah.
And then in the middle of
MMO,
all, we are
man.
getting banging good at this shit. They're like, yo, out of curiosity,
Internet.
do y'all want to play with, I don't know, 5 to 100 other people online?
Yeah.
Just try it out. Check
Makes
it out.
sense.
See if you like it. Next thing you know, We're like, yeah, I'm done with the real world. I'm gonna become an online gamer for life.
Yeah, and then 10 years later, you're getting shot in the head by a 12-year-old Korean kid. Like,
Yeah.
And
man,
you're cursing
what's
them.
happening?
That's why I
man?
can't play online anymore, bro.
Dude.
Like,
Any shooter, I can't even, dude.
I run out and die.
I spend hours playing a game just to try and get, in the ranked version up enough to feel accomplished in myself. And I'm playing with a 12-year-old that's like, yeah, no, my brother's a predator and I'm diamond class and I'm just playing on a Smurf account.
I feel like any
And
online.
I'm like, I don't understand half of what you just said, but you're already better than me and you're 12 years old.
Any online game nowadays isn't worth me playing unless I can, like, I feel like
Dedicate time
everybody
to
that plays at least 8 hours a day, I feel like.
Dude, they dedicate time that we just don't
I
have.
can't even phase them, bro.
Like,
Well, you know what they say?
It's all
Technically,
little kids.
it takes 30 days to develop a habit. It takes 1,000 hours to master a skill. Okay? So,
10,000.
I don't know. 10,000, 1,000, 1 or 2, fuck it. Either way, if you put forth enough, if you put forth enough time towards something, you're guaranteed to get better at it. It's just common sense because what's the saying? Like if you repeat the same thing, nothing will change or some shit like that.
yeah, roughly paraphrase. That's
Yeah,
the same.
something like him.
Yeah,
but
whatever. Either way, if you put in that much time as, a kid, same way that we did with Halo,
Of course.
everything like that, we got really good at first-person shooters, FPSs, and other games like that. That way, now in our, 30s, we can play any of these games and already be decent at it.
Well,
We're not great.
That's what I
But,
equated
yeah.
to is they're where I was at with Halo 2 10 years ago, 20
Yeah.
years ago, whatever.
Exactly.
How long ever it's been.
And that's what sucks.
Like you
Like,
said,
that's
you
why
can pick
they-
up any game and get it,
Yeah.
but you're not in it like they are.
That's why I feel like there needs to be, same way that they do tournaments and shit like that.
They're doing
There
me like
need-
I used to do old cats back in 2007.
Yeah, but same way that they used to do tournaments and stuff like that, and they've got, fighting brackets where they've got lightweight, featherweight,
Right.
heavyweight, all that different stuff. They need to do video game stuff like that too, where they're like, beginner, intermediate, expert. Like how much time can you
They
dedicate,
try.
how old you are and stuff like that.
Yeah, some games do.
And I mean, at the same time, like that's also a hard thing to balance because, like, what if you're a
The
a
internet's
60-year-old that
Yeah.
has been like, I've been playing games since 1996.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that dude might actually have skills. So,
Yeah. Dang it. Alright, so Jay,
What up, bro?
I'm gonna hit you with a classic kill, marry, fuck scenario.
do it.
You gotta pick one
Oh, this
for
is a
all
good
three.
one.
You got Harley Quinn, you got Poison Ivy, and you got Catwoman. Who
Right.
you gonna fuck? Who you gonna marry? Who you gonna kill?
I'm gonna fuck Harley Quinn. That's gonna be fun. Seriously. Definitely gotta kill Poison Ivy because I don't want nothing to do.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll marry Catwoman, man. She can be my dom.
Alright. I was also gonna go with fucking marry Catwoman, but then I was probably gonna kill Harley and fuck Poison Ivy.
You know, something, dog. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
yeah. I mean, it's cool. I'll wear rubber and be good.
Oh, you know,
It's
gonna
going
rub
down.
off, man. I'm telling you.
I'll wear a hazmat suit. It'll be. I'm making it happen.
At that point,
It's my fantasy. Just let me roll with it.
We're working.
Nah, man,
Thing
straight
down,
up,
in the reverse.
straight up, fuck Harley Quinn because crazy chicks are fun, but then kill Catwoman because you can't trust her. Straight up, she's gonna be like, I'm gonna steal you, fucking rob you blind while you're sleeping at night. And then Poison Ivy, I'm gonna marry straight up because she's gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, did I give you a rash? Let me just instantly tell the plants to grow you this remedy. All right.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
She's like,
That's
oh,
well
do you
thought out,
want some
That's what I thought.
herbs? Do you want some good shit? Like she can do anything that she wants with plants.
She probably got some bombs.
Plus, if you ever actually read any of the comic books, Harlequin and Poison Ivy are cool together.
Yeah.
Like Harlequin might come over and just be like, "Yo, what up?" and be chill with the whole threesome.
Okay.
Boom.
Wow.
Pasta
What about you, Tommy?
See, I was thinking just like Jay was. Honestly, obviously, you got fuck Harley Quinn because if that's the option, I mean, and then you got to
Harley.
choose between Catwoman and Poison Ivy. Got to kill Poison Ivy on principle
Because he's poison.
because Poison Ivy.
Ah.
So it's like, and then you end up marrying Catwoman.
Man, I'm rolling the dice on the
Yeah,
poison.
but Poison Ivy's also obsessive. Her her personality is an obsessionist.
Take
Therefore, if you give her anything that she wants and everything that she wants, she might make you the plant king. I don't know.
She might hook it up.
If that's
Father Forrest. Like
if that's
let's
your
be real.
dream,
And at the same time, wife status. If you ever piss them off, pretty sure Catwoman. That's gonna be some dark sadistic shit. Poison Ivy.
It's all gonna be bad.
I feel like she's just gonna be fast.
Powers not.
Because I'm dealing with all these
You are a straight normal dude that just got caught up in the wrong JJ.
Hear me out. If Poison Ivy wouldn't burn you or poison you, would y'all's answers change?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, man. That's about all we got for tonight. I appreciate you fellas coming through and kicking it with Camp Diamond and friends, and I appreciate everybody listening for fucking listening.
Yo!
Yeah, Squibbity Squabbitles. Peep us next week. Holler back. Fuck it, I'm drinking whiskey. I'm feeling a little frisky, seeing all these people on social media say they miss me. Let's make history then, let's turn it up a notch. I'm Diamond Crump until I straight up get to kick your crotch and punch your nutsack up into your brainstem. Motherfuckers see me, just blinging them. It's Camp Diamond coming at you true diamond style. You know we kick it up, party hard, getting wild.
Miami Vice is the life that I wanted, but 1990s had to go away and I can't flaunt it anymore. What the fuck is going on? I don't know, but I gotta rock into the future like Blade Runner. Wanna see me? I'm an AI. My brain is fried. I like to live on the dangerous side. Go ahead and take a bite. It's the spicy shit.
It's the spicy shit in life, like capsaicin, I'm racing Nathan Statham in a Toyota. Man, I'm straight up pushing boulders over a cliff. I'm burning on this cliff. Yeah, I'm doing this shit for real. You can gonna get a grip. You can gonna hit a pop lock twist. You can Diamond Crump it out till your legs are sore and shit. You can fucking do this shit until you're paralyzed. See me doing it, and I see your parents' eyes, and they gonna be sad as shit to get the flowers. Motherfuckers see me, I'm bigger than Bowser. In my mind, I'm smoking kind all the fucking time. Motherfuckers see me swinging from a vine like Tarzan. I got the bars, man, you are hard up on Xans. I don't give a shit, this the whole plan. Just bling is a master, you just disaster. I don't come through, I come through and get blasted.
Let me take a shot, I'ma catch up to ya. I'm a crazy motherfucker, I'ma blow right through ya. Go ahead and see what I'ma do. I'm on top of the table like Chris Farley. I'ma make your ass laugh, make you hardly stand. I can't stand myself, I'm kinda crazy. If you wanna get the where I'll take you there. I'ma pay for all the fucking things you want. Baby, let me see it. If you got the go feeling, I'ma feel it for you too. I don't know what I gotta do, but I'ma pay for it, baby. I'ma pay for it, baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.